So what was the question again? Oh, why is it called the traffic jam? Well, the reason is, it's because I have two really cool cars. Seriously cool cars. And I love drifting, racing, because I am fast and slick. And plus, I like to create a bit of traffic jam myself with a whole lot of great music. Bulumnaka, my name is Real, your host and DJ, right here on the Today FM Traffic Jam, every weekday from 3 p.m. to 7. Right here on Today FM, today's hit music.
Bula FM namban dua na serana iwan siningaw na ni batara ni sibiti ko weekend na diwa en na tini na miniti na may pakuriti ko rebeng grabe na nonton nonongo kanda na tapos ko ani no na kaloko en ay kamen din debo bili na tayo bali ni may tapos ko na wani matakabo na lib sarti ko na bisere talio ni na namaka ndo ba tayo may kina na kinan daw ro ko di kanamaki Bula binaka Ayo salami lawa do ba takiya na batara na wani vio na kaloko moni tiki na barumbuka en ang Bula FM namban dua en na serana
In this bulletin, new $2 coins to be out on Monday. Suva in the midst of a construction boom. And Fiji and the UK progress bilateral talks. Good evening, I'm Jackie Spate and this is FBC News. On Monday, the Reserve Bank of Fiji will start issuing new $2 coins to replace those currently in circulation. The RBF is changing the coin in response to public comments about the difficulty in differentiating between the current $1 and the $2 coins. The new $2 coin will be slightly larger and thicker, and it will have a new edge for the assistance of the visually impaired. Designs on both sides of the coin remain unchanged, but have been raised slightly and made more prominent. The current $2 coin will remain in circulation until December 31st. Australian Foreign Minister Julie Bishop will arrive in the country on Friday. On a ministerial visit, Bishop will be in Suva for 2 days and is expected to meet with Prime Minister Vorengen Bainimarama and other executive members of government. Bishop is also scheduled to attend 3 media events, which will include a partnership launch between the University of the South Pacific and the Australian Pacific Technical College on Friday. She will be the keynote speaker at the Fiji-Australia Business Council Forum on Saturday. This is Bishop's first visit since the September 17th general election. Hardware company Kasabias Limited has denied that there was any anomaly in its dealings when it supplied goods for repair of homes with hurricane damage under a government relief program. The 2013 Auditor General's report states the company did not provide materials paid by the government. Financial Controller Chaminda Waninayake has denied the allegation, saying Kasabias supplied all of the building materials as per invoices before receiving payments. He adds they have the acknowledgement of the receipt of the materials by both the Ministry of Provincial Development and the homeowners. The company says it is always conscious about its business ethics and values and maintains internal controls to assure that all staffs comply with them. Suva is in the midst of a building boom as numerous new structures rise against the skyline and millions are being invested. Chanel Sivan reports the construction industry has never been as busy as in the last few months.
Sanjay Patel, who is one of the few architects in Fiji, says they are working extended hours to keep up with the demand.
The last 12 months has been the busiest ever in terms of drafting. In terms of staff numbers, it's the biggest team I've ever had. So the last 1 year, it's the biggest staffing numbers. It's the most jobs that we've done in the last 15 years of my business.
Vijay Raghavan, the president of the Fiji Master Builders Association, says for the construction industry, business has never been as good as in the last few months.
There's a lot of evidence to show that the building industries has made a big kickstart, which is quite obvious. And some of the major things that we've seen is the influx of our Chinese people, which is good for the industry. And this has happened in the last 4 or 5 years.
The government now is looking at fast-tracking new developments so that projects can be started as early as 21 days after application for a permit.
One of the reasons why you see all this influx of all this development coming is because the step the government has taken in the last 5 years, particularly in the infrastructure work. The infrastructure work includes the road construction, the water system, sewer, and the list gets very, very wide.
Meanwhile, as Suva is the current focus of development, the new positive investment atmosphere has seen a remarkable increase in construction nationwide as well. Chanel Shivan, FBC News.
British High Commissioner Roderick Drummond had his first meeting with the Foreign Affairs Minister Ratuinoke Kumbombola since the general elections. Shireen Lata reports Drummond and Kumbombola discussed ways the two countries could help each other.
Drummond has been one of the first diplomats to meet the newly elected Foreign Minister Ratuinoke Kumbombola.
I'm keen to see whether the United Kingdom can play a role in providing expertise to help with areas like restructuring of public enterprises and reform in general. So I had a general discussion with Ratuinoke, and I'll also be taking that forward, discussing it with a variety of other line ministries.
Drummond says discussions have been underway about military cooperation between the two countries.
And, we've been talking with the Ministry of Defence about what the priorities should be in this next period, and that's a big step forward, which has only been possible after the completion of the election process and the restart of parliamentary democracy here in Fiji.
Apart from that, the British High Commission has also agreed to double the scholarship numbers for Fijian students to study in UK. Next year, there will be 10 scholarships available for Fijians, and Drummond is urging students to apply.
I spoke to a talented young man yesterday who was just back from Bristol University, and he will be, I think, a future leader in his organisation in the Reserve Bank of Fiji. And I'm sure there are many other bright young men and women out there who can make the grade.
3 Fijians are currently studying on scholarships in the UK, and no doubt in the future there will be more doors opening for areas of cooperation. Shireen Lata, FBC News.
Coming up, FMPF tries to reduce number in suspense account.
Kita boleh guna sebut mai, hena guna baru taki na yan rubangi kebika. Na mau to mai buka tali tu na bisere waraki muni na guna baru taki ngo na yan rubangi enam pula FM. Nimbolo benaka, oya ubika na isoro ranyo na tomani o mai na vito na kabiki na tini karuai nung bangi lebu. Ena guna baru taki sekoya na yan rubangi enam pula FM enam bandua ena serra.
Welcome back. This is FBC News. The Immigration Department has assured that anyone travelling on a fake Fijian passport will be picked up at the ports of entry. The department was responding to a media report in Pakistan that fake Fijian passports are among hundreds of passports from other countries that have been seized by the Federal Investigation Agency in Lahore. Watisoni Rakandroka has more.
The Federal Investigation Agency team from Pakistan seized the fake passports at a printing press earlier this week. The printing press owner has been arrested and authorities are looking for his son. The Immigration Department says features on the Fijian passport make it difficult for anyone to enter illegally. There is an electronic security feature embedded in the passport which is scanned when a Fijian passport holder arrives in the country. The passports with the new security features were released in 2012. While authorities in Pakistan are looking for the key suspect in the case, the Fijian Immigration Department has assured that border control security measures are in place to detect illegal activities. Watisoni Rekanroka, FBC News.
Convicted conman Peter Foster, who is wanted in Fiji, has been arrested in New South Wales after being on the run for a year. Foster is well known for his involvement in a weight loss scam. Australian police arrested 52-year-old Foster, who was operating another scam while evading the law. When he was on the run, Foster claimed via the media to be hiding in Fiji and released a photo of himself with a Fijian newspaper. He is wanted here for charges relating to obtaining a work permit using false documentation in 2006. The Fiji National Provident Fund will be working closely with employers to ensure FMPF members have their superannuation contributions deducted. Accounts registered under the suspense account do not receive interest, and the FMPF is trying to reduce that number. Sakiusa Naivua has more.
Ensuring that accurate information is provided by applicants is something the FNPF is trying to address. Currently, there are a number of accounts sitting in the suspend account because of inaccurate or incomplete information on the Provident Fund's database.
When it's sitting on what is called our suspense accounts, it's not earning any interest. So the member is losing out on his hard-earned monies, because the whole purpose of the fund is to ensure that we promptly credit members' accounts so that it's earning interest and it's growing. So by the time when the member is 55 to make his own options, the money is sufficiently accumulated to an extent that can look after the member financially during his or her retirement.
The FNPF has held discussion with employers to bring down the number of accounts in suspense.
We had 4 workshop sessions in the Holiday Inn in Suva, 2 at the Novotel in Nandi, and 1 in with the Tano Hotel in Lambasa. The people that we targeted first were the top 500 employers. And these 500 employers, they collect for us about 85% of that 33 million. So it was common sense for us to start with them, dialogue.
The FNPF is trying to sort out issues amicably, saying that it is part of their plan to build healthy relationships with employers. This will also ensure that fund members are not deprived of their superannuation upon retirement. Sakil Sanebua, FBC News.
Jamie joins you now with sports.
Good evening. After the break, the latest from the Flying Fijians camp, and former Red Rock rep Chone Madilai gets named in Crusaders side. These stories and more coming up.
How are you doing, Fiji? Yes, indeed, fast approaching, well, the major bulletin. But before we even talk about the major bulletin, what about my little news flash?
Oh my gosh, please don't let me get started on that again.
Getting on the bus yesterday, and then he tells me, brother, move on to the other seat, because we can fit 2 people where you're sitting.
Hey, you can't blame the dude for being honest, okay?
There was nothing honest about what he said. Hi, I'm Phil.
And I'm Fina.
Your daybreak duo on Gold FM. From Mondays to Fridays.
From 6 a.m. to 9 a.m.
Turn us on.
मेरा चांद मुझे आया है नजर, ऐ रात जरा थम थम के गुजर. छाया है नशा मेरे आंखों पर, ऐ रात जरा थम थम के गुजर. रह जाए ना प्यासा मेरा प्यार, मेरे बाहों में भर दे मेरा यार, ऐ रात जरा थम थम के गुजर, ऐ रात जरा थम थम के गुजर. हाय मिर्ची एफएम पर मैं हूं जितेन शांडिल. शामिल हो जाएगा हमारे साथ टुनाइट शो में मंडे टू फ्राइडे फ्रॉम 7 PM to 12 AM. मिर्ची एफएम, इट्स कुछ नेवर गोना गेट इट, तेरे हाथ कभी ना आनी.
The Vodafone Flying Fijians will hold an opposed training session against Georgia tonight as they build up to their November Rugby Internationals. Georgia has a training camp close to the Flying Fijians in France, and the 2 teams have taken the opportunity to work together. Meanwhile, Fiji coach John McKee is pleased with the attitude of his players so far. He says as a coach, he is happy with the way the players have applied themselves in team meetings and training. Fiji plays France on November 9th, Wales on November 16th, and the last match is against the USA on November 22nd. Former Red Rock wing Tsone Madilai is the latest Fijian to join the Super Rugby ranks. Madilai has been named in the Crusaders franchise for the 2015 tournament, joining fellow Fijian Nemani Nandolo in the side. Madilai, who had an outstanding season for Northland in the ITM Cup in New Zealand, will join the likes of All Black stars Dan Carter, Richie McCaw and Sam Whitelock. Other Fijians named for Super Rugby are Patrick Osborne, Waisake Naholo for the Highlanders, while Seta Tamnivalu is in for the Chiefs. The 2015 Super Rugby season starts in February. The Tailevu Schools Athletics Association will be fielding more schools in this year's Chao Divisional Games. After a dismal showing last year with only 2 schools, the province promises a better showing in 2014. Josephine Navula has the details.
Building up to the 2014 National Chao Games, the Tailevu Schools Athletics Association has set a goal to make more impact than last year.
At the moment, we have so much good talents we can show during our Chao Games athletics on the weeks to come.
The schools from Tailevu are working hard to ensure the performance of their athletes is second to none.
We all know on the week 10 and week 11 we'll come together and have a time to train together in a place that we already discussed in our meeting.
Fiji Primary School Athletics Association President Patrick Bauer says the purpose of the National Games is to develop the sport from grassroots level.
At the primary school level, we're looking at development. We're not focusing on competition for the sake of competition. We're using competition as an opportunity to develop the lives of the athletes and their skills.
Meanwhile, FMF Foods Limited is sponsoring this year's game to a tune of $17,000, which will continue for the next 2 years. The divisional games will begin this week with the Northern Games on this Friday and Saturday. The Western Division will hold their tournament on the 14th and 15th of next month, and the Central will be on the 21st and the 22nd. Josephine Navula, FBC Sports.
Viewed as one of the favourites to win the 2014 Melbourne Cup, the offer has been pulled out of the race by its owner and trainer, Gay Waterhouse. They haven't revealed yet why they decided to pull out of the race. Although the offer will be missing, the race runs as scheduled on Tuesday and is building up to be the best so far. The 2014 Cup will be run over the famous 2 miles at Flemington, with the winner earning Australian $3.6 million of a massive $6 million prize pool.
Well, that particular day is high-class racing. So what they're going to see here in Fiji for that afternoon is really high-class racing. It's as good as it gets. Quality horses, jockeys, owners are from all over the world. It's really exciting. The prize money is high prize money, and the competition's intense.
The Melbourne Cup is scheduled to run at 5 p.m. on Tuesday, and you can watch it live on Fbctv. The Vodafone Fiji Under-20 footballers depart for Australia this weekend, with the tour being described as the perfect build-up to the 2015 World Cup. This will be the Fiji juniors' first outing since qualifying for the World Cup in May in Suva. Fiji Football Association is confident the tour, which also includes the President's Cup in New Zealand, will help the side further their playing experience. Inder Singh has more.
These youngsters know they are flying the Fiji flag and are in the spotlight because they are the first team from the country to play in a Football World Cup.
They have said, yes, we'll give them every opportunity to go and get the quality playing time before they go into New Zealand next year. So this is the first leg where they'll be going to Australia to play the A-League teams and the New South Wales Academy team and a Fiji team there, and then move on to New Zealand for the President's Cup in New Zealand.
PGFA says they need tours as such as it will not only give them match practice but also gear the team up for the 2015 World Cup to be played in New Zealand.
It is in line with our preparation, and I think so the boys will be given every opportunity and the quality game time that they require in an international arena, and it will be beneficial for the Fiji Under-20 team for the World Cup.
Coach Ravinesh Kumar has released his 21-member squad to participate in the OFC President's Cup to be held in New Zealand next month. Senganga team striker Gabriele Matanasinga is the only new face in the team, as the other 20 were part of the squad during the Oceania playoffs earlier this year in Suva.
So the build-up for the President's Cup is the other games in Australia, which we are going to play from 4th of November, and it will give us a very good build-up to prepare for the President's Cup.
This is the start of a tough road building up to the World Cup, all in order to do Fiji proud. Indra Singh, FBC Sports.
Chelsea needed a late own goal to spare potential embarrassment against gutsy League Two side Shrewsbury and reach the League Cup football quarter-finals. The Blues won 2-1 but were left counting their lucky stars as the Minnows provided more than just an ordinary opposition. Here are the goals. That was your sports for tonight. Good evening.
Entering a new area of investment, Fijian Holdings Limited is adding cinematic entertainment to its portfolio with the development of a state-of-the-art cinema complex expected to open its doors in December.
In the next 12 months, we will be making at least 1 or 2 investments, and of course we are starting our cinema operations as well. If it is successful, we might expand that cinema operation. We are putting up 4 cinemas in Nandi with 600 seats. It's all done, the equipments have come. So before Christmas you can watch the movies there.
FHL CEO Nozab Farid says this development is in addition to a number of new initiatives paving the way forward for the company.
Basically, I shared with the shareholders what exactly we are planning to do in the coming years. One is to take merchant finance public. Another one is we are still contemplating what exactly we are going to do with Media New Guinea. Because it's always best to make decisions rather than sitting and waiting. Either you divest or you hold it. And in addition, we also discussed about we are planning to make some investment in energy sector. We are planning to make some investment in agriculture. We are basically evaluating some investment.
Farid made the announcements at FHL's annual general meeting held today in Suva. And it's weather time with Trish.
Thank you, Jackie. Cloudy periods and scattered showers were experienced over most parts of the country today. This was brought on by a low-pressure trough moving over the northern parts of Fiji. Lambasa received 25 millimeters of rain, while Suva received a healthy 44. Of course, the rain and cloud kept temperatures down. Suva reached 28, Nandi 31, Lautoka 29, Pao 27, Savu 28, and Lambasa hit 30. For tomorrow's forecast, Suva and Savu can expect fine weather early in the day, turning to cloudy skies and occasional showers in the afternoon. The rest of the major centers can expect cloudy skies and scattered showers throughout the day. Today's photo has been sent to us by Chitra Duffy. This sunset was caught at Nangara on Taviuni. You can also send us your scenic photos at citizenseyes@fbc.com.fj.
Thanks so much for that, Trish. Recapping our top stories. New $2 coins will be issued on Monday to replace the ones currently in circulation. Convicted conman Peter Foster, who was wanted in Fiji, has been arrested in New South Wales after being on the run for a year. And hardware company Kasabias Limited has denied that there was any anomaly in its dealing with the government. To our poll segment, our question for this week is: should there be a fireworks ban? Visit our FBC website to take part, www.fbc.com.fj. Remember, you can send us newsworthy pictures and videos on email citizenseyes@fbc.com.fj or share it with us via our Facebook page, FBC News. And if you're on Twitter, follow and tweet us your news tips at FBC News or simply hashtag FBC News. You can also find us on YouTube, Fbctv 2011, or on Instagram, Fbctv. That's all from us for tonight. Be sure to join us at the same time tomorrow. Until then, good evening.